We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, headed down to the Keys. Enjoy your day off.
He doesn't get days off.
Are you into bourbon?
I'm into alcohol. I hunt a lot of bourbon.
Your family owns a liquor store and you're still bourbon hunting.
Of course, why not?
Apparently, this place is known for wild roosters and six-toed cats.
You want a stag?
Yes, I will take a stag.
Okay.
Today, we are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, headed down to the Keys. So we're gonna bounce around between different liquor stores here in Fort Lauderdale, head down through Miami, make our way into the Keys, try to hit at least, they look like there was a store or two early there in the Florida Keys that might be okay. Rest of the Keys just look like really small, like commodity shops. I do have Jill hunting with me today. It didn't look great. Just looking online, we did not get a lot of recommendations for great stores around this area, like all the way to the Keys, which is usually not a good sign. Hopefully that's not the case, but we're gonna bounce around to some stores and see what we find. And now we are at Tubby's Liquors. Listen, that kind of lowbrow fat guy humor, it's just not sophisticated enough for you, okay? There were some easy jokes there. We didn't have to make them. We didn't have to think them anyway. It is right next to a very nice massage parlor, so we may get a happy ending after this. No?
You know I don't like your funny jokes.
So not funny jokes.
Yeah, not funny jokes.
Okay. Got some Elijah Craig toasted barrel proof. Seeing the barrel proof a lot these days. That's getting more and more available.
Jack Daniel's Gold.
That is the is it like maple finished? We've tried it. I don't think we haven't owned a bottle. I do not believe. Look at that Woodford double oaked right there for $180. That's MSRP on that bottle.
Really?
I hate the price because I love the double oaked. I love the double oaked. Probably gonna grab that one just because it's the first time I've seen one in person, but the double oaked is like a great $60 bottle most places. The double, 100, great. 100, almost 200, 180. I mean, but I'm pretty sure that's MSRP. It looks like Eagle Rare for $99. Stag Junior is gonna be $2.99 here. Clyde Mays, old school label, special
I was
release.
just gonna say that didn't look like a label I've seen.
I think, I don't know that label.
What is Cask and Crew?
Oh, no clue.
No sure?
No shirt, not shirt, no shirt.
No sure.
Yeah, I lost the ability to speak there for a second, Jill, sorry. Yeah, I'm scared to even, it literally says fancy stuff.
Fancy.
Please ask to take a look at the fancy stuff.
The Van Winkle.
Funny that the double oaked is MSRP and then all of the other stuff is secondary.
Has that one been here a long time?
It's a warehouse C, but yeah, it looks like it sat in a window.
What is this blue label?
That's a twice barrel. That's the American single malt twice barrel Jack Daniels.
Oh, it's a single
And then a
malt.
Coy Hill sitting right there. Jack 10, 12. I don't think the 14s are out most places, so I doubt any of those are 14s. Of course, you do have more Van Winkles and things at the bottom. Should we even ask? I feel like we have to ask what the Coy Hill's going for and what this George T. Stagg is right here. But I'm afraid I'm not gonna like the answer. That's the 20-year-old Van Winkle. Yeah.
What's this one in the back with the black bag?
That's gonna be a 23, I think.
Yeah, 23 years, I see it, yeah.
So 20-year, and then the 23 back there. Never owned one of those Family Reserve Ryes. There's just a single barrel back there too, like no reason. I'm assuming this is 1924 Old Foresters. If it's just sitting here, it's more than I want to pay. That's just guaranteed. Unless today they just decided to drop the price today. I'd like to get this Woodford double oaked here if possible, double oaked. And then what are your prices on some of the crazier bottles over there?
You have to give me the name and I have to look it up for you.
Coy Hill, the Warehouse C, and then George T. Stagg.
So the Coy Hill is $1,000.
Okay.
And then which one?
The George T. Stagg.
The barrel proof?
I mean, it is barrel proof, but it's George T. Stagg.
Yeah. So it's $650.
Okay. Around a little less than secondary. We'll just get that one. Thank you.
No problem. Your total is going to be. Oh, I'm sorry. This one's $375.
I mean, that's not what was on the label
Yeah, I know,
right
but
below
it's
it.
changed. It's $375.
Okay, I don't want it for that. Thank you. Well, I got my answer to my question as to why that one's sitting over there and the rest of them are in a case. They didn't realize it was a special release. And when they did, they changed it, but haven't taken it off the shelf. So, dang, we were this close, Jill. This close to a happy ending. No happy endings today. On to the next door. This is Primo Liquors and Fine Wine.
Soup of the day, whiskey.
So if you need help, all right, man?
Yeah, we're just looking, doing a little bourbon hunting. So we were just checking out your bourbon selection.
All right, man. What's your name?
TJ.
Benny.
Nice to meet you, Benny. Is this your store?
I'm the manager. Just called me my day off, but had to come pick something up. I'll show you the bourbon set.
Okay.
What would you say is the closest to Buffalo Trace?
Well, I mean,
I will say, this is awesome.
Oh, the latter.
and like for value,
It's not for me. He's a big whiskey drinker.
He's a big whiskey
said
drinker, and he
wanted
mentioned
that.
Buffalo Trace, so I was just trying to get something as close to it.
I mean, like I said, like genetically, that is going to be the closest genetically. But if you're looking for something taste profile wise,
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to have the same taste profile as well.
Sounds
Somewhat
like
similar
that
taste profile. Yeah, I would go with like either the Brewzle or the single. Go with the single barrel. That's a fun one. That'll be a fun one, all right?
All right.
Keep it the closer proof to Buffalo.
All right. Thank you.
That's definitely a good recommendation. Heck, I like those about as much as Buffalo Trace. If you're mixing them, they can't even tell the difference.
And most people, it's like, they don't even know. Half time they don't even know, you know?
Penelope Valencia sitting right there.
We got some of our single barrels here.
Okay.
We got
So all these are these store picks for the most part?
for the most part,
Okay.
that's not a store pick.
Yeah.
And these were some picks we picked up. They were just floating in the ether. But yeah, ours are all right here.
Okay.
I got some more of them over here. Then we got some allocated stuff that a little locked up. Also have our Willet picks above our head. A year and a half ago, we did a Willet Purple Top barrel. And then end of last year, we did a Willet Rye barrel pick.
Is that an 11-year Willet Rye?
11-year Willet Rye pick.
Wow.
I got to go on that one. That was a lot of fun.
I'll bet. I went on a Willet Purple Top pick before. Never on a green top.
Well, originally we weren't sure because they were like, "Oh, you guys are picking an 11-year now." All right, cool. We tried like 6 bourbons. They were good, and when no one could agree, and they were like, "Oh, do you have any ryes?" And they gave us the rye. And the first rye we tried, we're like, all just looked at each other like, "Yo,
That's the one, right?
that's the one."
I bought a 7-year, the only green top I've had other than the 4, and it was so I didn't like it at first, and then I came back to it a couple days later. I was like, what was wrong with me the first day I tried this? Because that's
Sometimes
fantastic.
just a little air opens everything up.
Any hidden gems here that I should know
I'm
about?
sure there are. I mean, I don't know if it's a hidden gem, but I think one that a lot of people haven't paid attention to. I mean, it's a little pricey, but like the old Granddad 16-year.
Yeah.
It's something kind of. I mean, just the fact that you've never seen that. Like, to me, it's caught my eye when we got it in.
It's hard at that price point for
it's a lot of price
yeah,
for
when
that price point. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Hidden gem wise, sleeper bottles. I mean, early times Bottled and Bond is one of the biggest sleepers out there.
Oh yeah,
The
for
liter
sure.
bottle. We got a good sale on the we're doing Sazerac Rye at $25 right now, which is a big good value. I think people forget because like, oh, it's made by Buffalo Trace. It's who you want anyway. Then these we still have. We bought big on them when they came in. The Dickel 13-year Bottled and Bond from a couple years ago. And then this I think is always just a huge
Oh, the Jack Single Barrel Proof
barrel
Rise.
proof Rise. It's just slept on
Yeah.
one. That thing's killer.
I don't know if that's slept on. Where I come from, people love those.
They're getting more known now,
Yeah.
but I think still, sometimes people hear the word Jack Daniels and don't think.
What do you think about that? Like, have you had the 10, the 12? Like, all the limited Jack stuff is fantastic.
Yeah, and when you drink even the regular single barrels are solid.
Oh yeah.
And when you get to the higher proofs, they're amazing.
Even Jack number 7, it's a fantastic mixer.
Yeah.
Just a mixer. Yeah. But like all their stuff, like these are all great and neat in a Glencairn right there for sure. So how is the bourbon scene here locally? Is it, mostly just tourists in and out, or?
No, there's a couple of local whiskey groups. Fort Lauderdale Whiskey Society. We've done a lot with them. We've done a couple barrel picks with them, including like we did a Jack Rye pick with them.
Okay.
They do a lot of their barrel picks for charity, Honor Flight, and we help clear a lot of them. So yeah, it's a good charity. It goes back to like World War II and Korean vets get to fly out to like Washington D.C. and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or for healthcare and stuff. There's a solid bourbon scene. There's good bars. We're all keeping in good stock of whiskeys from Whiskey Neat, Wilder, Sunnis. Supper Club just opened up 3 doors down from here.
Okay. Typically with allocated stuff, are y'all secondary pricing, or how do you handle that usually?
Depends how much we end up paying and what the demand is and how much we're really getting, because sometimes, some people may say we are a little secondary, but honestly, if you go around South Florida, we're not worse than most people, and honestly were better than some, because there's a guy near my house that is, I don't know what prices, how he's coming up with these numbers. I watched one bottle just keep going up in the price and get more dust on it. I'm like, it's not, no one's buying it, dude.
Yeah, what should be going down, not up, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's buying it.
I make sure in this store, we're not hiding anything. If we get it, unless it's like already, it's either pre-sold to somebody or like special order for somewhere, like, hey, I got like this guy's dropped, like, he's a great customer, I want to make sure he's taken care of. Sure, a couple of people I'll give a heads up first, but most of the time, on the shelf, available. Right. We just had an Eagle Rare barrel pick. That thing blew out in the company in less than a week.
Okay.
And people were like, oh, is there a limit? I'm like, how much is in your wallet? How much can you afford to buy today?
How much was the bottle?
$60.
Okay. For an Eagle Rare pick, that's not bad at all, right?
No, and the first time the company's got one in 18 years.
Oh, wow.
My bosses were celebrating our 18th anniversary end of this month for the company. We had 6 stores in Broward, 1 in Kentucky. The first store opened up 18 years ago this month. And my boss was like, yeah. He's like, I've been doing this 18 years. It's the first Eagle Rare pick I ever got.
Wow. Do y'all get a lot of Sazerac picks in general, or just?
We're getting it took some time doing better with Sazerac. We haven't really gotten. We helped clear up for the Whiskey Society a Buffalo Trace pick.
Right.
So we did the release here for that. We don't get too many Sazerac picks.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody gets too many.
I don't know either. Yeah.
So most of the allocated stuff is up top or in the thing there.
I mean, there's a couple things locked up, like some of the more expensive things. Obviously, we have that little case. We got to show it off a little bit.
Anything? I mean, I know this is pretty far south for bourbon. Any really cool, like, local distilleries or small distillery, even if it's not local, any really good small producer stuff here that you're a big fan
Like
of?
Florida stuff? Or?
I mean, I would prefer Florida stuff, but like it's tough. St. Augustine's about the only, close to this far south.
Like, I mean, there's a guy down in Miami, Big Cypress Distilling. He's probably started putting whiskey out.
Okay.
Fernando started putting whiskey out. I don't think any of it's been released into retail. I think he's still just doing it as a distillery. His gins and rums get available, but I think he's finally started releasing his whiskeys at the distillery. I've known him a long time, so I'm curious how the whiskey is.
So he makes rum, and the rum's in the market, but the whiskey's not.
Right, the rum's been on the market for a few years. Same with the gin.
Okay.
The whiskey had whiskey laying down for several years because he wanted it properly aged.
Right.
Instead of just cranking out like 1-year-old juice. And
So it's the best local rum?
that's all debatable. It's a different style.
Your opinion. What's the best local rum?
Best local rum? That's a good question. I'm still figuring that out because Florida's still up and coming with their craft spirits. Plus, we get a lot of good rums in there. I'm a big rum fan also. So
Well, let's go talk about rum. I'd love to, because I know a good bit about this.
Yeah.
I know almost nothing about rum. So we're headed down to Pilar we're picking some rum barrels.
nice. I think we have one coming, or is it Pilar or Hemingway? I can't remember. So some cool ones. I mean, Privateer does some nice work out of Massachusetts.
Okay.
American style rum. We did a barrel pick with them. I did a barrel pick with them a few years ago, back when Meg Campbell was still distiller.
Now, is that your barrel pick?
No, our barrel pick is long gone, unfortunately. I wish I had some extra bottles of it myself. I didn't even save an extra bottle for myself. And the ones I had, I drank. But they're doing, and it's definitely a rum that can transition a whiskey drinker in.
Right.
But there's so many different styles. That's the fun part about rum. There's a lot of different styles.
My favorites are lighter rums finished in something interesting. So, like, we bought a Rolling Fork Venezuelan rum finished in Weller barrels, out of this world.
Rolling Fork's doing some cool stuff up in Indiana with their barreling.
Yep. We bought a single barrel from 7-3 Distilling in New Orleans. That's a light rum finished in rye whiskey barrels that's fantastic as well. So anything like that?
So I've got like the Baku, which is it's a Dominican rum. It's finished in tequila barrels, bourbon and tequila barrels. This guy's doing some really cool stuff. Mike Streeter, he's an independent bottler. So he's doing a single barrels, giving you all the little geeky information on the front of the bottle about the rum type, which is so this is WP. It's Worthy Park down in Jamaica. But he's also got we have his Paraguay one and Brazilian one. He's got a few different ones he rotates throughout the year. And then Foursquare is just epic stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm a little afraid to jump on that price point without knowing.
Exactly.
I did try one the other day. They didn't have that exact bottle for sale. They're just like, we got one open, you could try it, and it was out of this world good.
These are cool. I'm a huge Martinique. I'm a huge fan of a lot of the agricole rums also from Martinique and the French Isles. Clement. We got three of their private barrels they did finished. Tequila barrels, Oloroso sherry, and Pedro Jimenez sherry. So 2 different levels. Obviously, this is going to be like a sweeter style sherry, bigger, richer. Oloroso's got a nice roundness, richness to it. And aged agricoles, I think you get more of that. Everyone thinks agricoles like that kind of funky, grassy.
Yeah.
And it is, but as it ages, you get more of almost like a cognac-esque note to it. Really nice stuff. And I think more people should sip on them, honestly.
So if you're just getting into rum, what's the one rum you would buy? Because I'm gonna take it. Whatever you say, the one rum I should take, something that's gonna get me deeper into rum as a amateur just getting into rum drinker.
And this is just to sip on or make
Oh,
cocktail?
I'm gonna drink it neat. I want a neat drink it. I like to drink my spirits neat in a glen.
So I would say, because just because I said I like the agricoles,
Okay.
and they kind of, when they start aging up, if you don't want to go up here, maybe like JM,
Okay.
also from Martinique, the VSOP, kind of a good entry in there.
All right. Well, if we would just let's set that one over there. I'm gonna look at your selection here, but I'll take that one right there for sure.
For sure, man, for sure.
You trying to sell you wine back here, Jill? Look at that fancy thing right there. TJ.
I've seen your YouTube channel actually.
Really?
Yeah, I actually went and go. You guys have a YouTube
is your
channel.
channel?
I've watched several.
And I
A little
subscribe
rough.
to you.
Thank you.
I was trying to
what that
decide
was.
whose taste I like better, yours or hers.
Hers is better. She's better.
I haven't figured out. My wife actually has a better nose and taste than I do.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, women have a better palate in general. I think she's got to develop it a little more, but she's got a great palate. Is this where most of the bourbon comes and most of the wine goes over there?
It's a balance.
Okay.
Yeah. And plus we balance. So even if you came in here and you said, "Hey, by the way, I'm looking for the da-da-da-da," we'll have it transferred over immediately. Usually can get it within an hour or two.
Ah, that's cool.
We all kind of work together, and we have a warehouse. The owner, he doesn't mess around. He makes sure that he is such a wide selection that whatever you're looking for, we find a way to get.
I mean, you almost have to have a warehouse these days, especially in the bourbon game, because you just got to buy so much quantity of stuff to get any of the rarer things.
Plus we actually have the great ability of getting a lot of barrel picks,
Okay.
which to me are just always the best. We have some that are, we have a High West one, which is just knocks you on your butt.
Really?
So
You got it here?
good.
Is it still for sale? I bought a High West barrel pick the other day, and it was fantastic. I forget where we got it. This cask collection right here.
Please
Yeah.
tell me we're not out. Actually, we have them on a special price too. But this to me is
Okay.
it knocked me on my butt. I love it.
Finishing rum barrels.
It's really good.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna try to show the selection, but it's very tall. It's like $250 for a straight rye H. Taylor. All right, benchmark. Let's see what we've got. I always look for the toasted rye, toasted barrel, barrel proof. I'm still looking for one of these barrel picks that say toasted. I need one of these toasted barrel proofs. Penelope Valencia sitting right there. I just bought one, so I've got a bottle open and I got a backup bottle. I'm gonna leave it. Kentucky Owl's coming down, batch 12. All right, Willet green tops. Up above it, purple tops, 15 years, $600. An OFC for $5 grand. Of course, the Vine Winkles in the corner up there. I just wished I knew which one of those I didn't have. We forgot to ask Will while he was at the house.
Here's you some NASCAR bourbon whiskey.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. All right, so this shelf here, early times, metal top, 1924 for $174 right there. Single barrel proof rye. That is a 13th colony. I don't know if y'all can see it up there. 13th colony cash strength.
Colony comes back this week.
Okay.
I just have the
Yeah, I see. That's a cash strength up there, isn't
cast
it?
strength and double cast strength.
Oh, you've got a double oak. Oh, I can't even see that. $500 up there for the double oak cast strength, and then you've got the Woodford double oak, $250. Yeah, it's $175 MSRP, I believe, on the double oak, which I thought was a miss. Like $55, and then that one's $175.
That one, I think, our back office price, kind of crazy. I don't know if that's the right. I think I have to look at it. Go back and look at everything and see if that's.
He sold me on this bottle. What do you think of this High West pick?
I like that a lot, actually. And finish some Barbados rum barrels.
Yeah, I
Kind
bet
of keeps
that's
the
good.
vibe we're doing today.
Yeah, exactly. Sticking with the rum.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy your day off.
Well, I gotta run to the warehouse right now. Doing some work.
Say that he gets a day off.
Yeah, right.
He said this was his day off. That's what he said.
He doesn't get days off.
Let's see what we got. Some High West stuff. Of course, the Jacks. All the way up. Garrison Brothers, Magnus Cigar Blends. Of course, all sorts of orphan barrel stuff up there at the top, which I'll try to get a better shot of the very top. And then we're getting into scotches and things I know nothing about. And then Jill's favorite, the library ladder. This is what she thinks we need to do, like a bourbon library. I think we need to not have this many bottles. That's what I think. We need to not have enough bottles to warrant a library ladder that tall. Yeah. What is that?
St. Liberty Mary's 4-grain.
Okay.
Mary Curley, a woman bootlegger's collection.
I don't like the fact that the bottle's not clear. That concerns me. Does it say how old it is?
4 years.
Okay, well that's okay. Does it say who distilled it?
Texas.
Distilled in Texas? I mean, there's some good distilleries in Texas. I just don't know which one that one came from.
Bottled by Pioneer Branded Spirits in Colorado.
So that could come from Gulf Coast or...
It says our straight bourbon whiskey is crafted in Texas and perfected in Colorado using the same pure water source from the Rocky Mountains that Mary used to proof her whiskey almost 100 years ago.
Let me see it.
It's a blue bottle. That's cool.
All right, let's get it.
It's 65% corn, 22% wheat, 10 rye, and 3 malted barley.
It sounds interesting. And I want to try more stuff from
Texas.
the Texas brands that are sourcing to people. Let's put it that way. I know we're going to be doing some features coming up too. We're talking with at least one Texas distillery, and we may do more as well while we're out there. I'm going to try to get the up top. Oh, there's more whiskey behind us.
Oh, did you look in the little case?
I did look in the little case. I don't think I showed them though. So Michter's barrel strength right there, $349 on a 10-year. Cash strength Fritch Oak, Purple Top and Single Rick House, and Coy Hill Stag Junior. And one of the reasons you'll see when I go into stores, I ask about the price of Stag Junior so we can kind of compare. And I kind of know what those bottles go for. Like I can't keep up with the secondary price on everything. And so that just kind of gives me an idea of how they price and how crazy in relation to secondary pricing that a place is, right? If it's $100, it's like, okay, they're trying to get, a little markup, but not bad. And if it's, $400, then they're just putting whatever price they want on it, which everybody's putting whatever. You get what I mean. That is a Coy Hill in there. You're interested in that Coy Hill, Jill?
Don't we have one?
That is 126 proof, so I assume it's this year's. But yes, we do have one. There's 2 of them in there. At least they're not lonely.
They're not lonely.
No. What old 11-year-old fits right there. There's that High West Prisoner Share. Don't know much about that bottle myself. Show y'all the top shelf there. You can see the 13th Colony Double Oaked. Yeah, the OFC. Had to take it out of the case because the case won't fit up there. What's your price on that Stag Junior back there? The Stag Junior?
$250.
$250? Yeah, I'll pass at that price, thank you.
We could always make a deal if you.
Hey, it's okay, man. I just curious.
One nice thing about being a privately owned store,
Yeah.
we try to beat any other by people's prices. So, like, let's say for instance, you went to Total and you saw it for $2, $3 cheaper. We'll beat it. Did you have fun?
Oh man, got some rum. Jill found this bottle we've never seen before, and another High West.
Now I got to pay attention because I want to see my store. I want to see my store on the show.
I don't know what the other one I have. I have a couple, and I don't know what one of them's finished. I think one of them's not, and they're both really good. If the other one is finished in rum, it's going to get blinded against this one, and the loser goes in my infinity barrel.
I really hope mine wins.
I gotta ask, what's the story with the license?
They're fakes. They're illegal. They're fake IDs. Welcome to Spring Break.
He didn't ask me for my ID. I feel old now. It's rightfully so, but
Also
appreciate
helps
it.
to see that I've watched you buy liquor all over the country. Little things like, it was really cool meeting you, by the way.
it's nice
Totally
to meet you
cool.
as well. So that was a fun store. Got some bottles, had a good time, some good conversation. That's always good. Secondary pricing, $2.99 on the Stag Junior, I believe it was. $2.50, Jill says, on the Stag Junior. More than I want to pay for one for sure. Sounds like though, if you're a local customer, they might be willing to take care of you, and I'm completely down with that. And our next store is Big Daddy's Wine and Liquors. We're just doing a little bourbon hunting. We're just passing through, looking at the bourbon selection.
We got a lot of bourbon right here, and we got some good scotch back there on that side.
Okay, are you into bourbon?
I'm mixing alcohol. Yeah, this is pretty good.
You like the uncut unfiltered? Have you had that one?
Yes.
That one's really good. For like 50-ish bucks.
Yep, and I like the High West is pretty good.
Yeah.
Four Roses is okay to me too. They pretty good. I ain't just envy.
That port, you like that port finish?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you typically drinking them neat? You mixing them? What are you typically doing with neat? Okay. There you go. Anything semi-local that's good?
Like, who are you looking for? Which one?
I mean, I'm just always interested. So we travel all around the country. And so when we're in a place, we try to find something that's maybe a little harder to find at other places. And the easiest way to do that's local stuff. But I haven't found, other than St. Augustine, I haven't really found any bourbons made in Florida. I think there may be one distillery in Jacksonville that we haven't got something from yet. But not a lot in Florida, bourbon-wise, is there?
Sir.
What's that Cooperstown?
I don't know what Cooperstown Select is, Jill. Label's hard to read, other than the blue one.
New York.
New York.
Well, I'm Dominic. If you guys need anything,
Appreciate it. It was nice to meet you.
no problem. That's the man over there. You got any more questions?
Okay. Got the Smoke Wagon Halloween bottles. Buffalo Trace for $29. Looks like a semi-local pick, that one bottle there. I don't see any really hidden bottles.
What bourbon you looking for?
I mean, we just kind of hunt and document the scene. Not anything in particular we're looking for. Always something interesting. And interesting, obviously allocated interesting, but really local or different interesting, regional interesting. Anything particularly different that we might be able to get in Florida we can't get elsewhere?
You ever try a Milam and Green?
Milam and Green? We have had some stuff from them, yeah, and I think they're in Austin. They're in Texas somewhere.
Because I got the triple cask open.
Oh, you've got it, so we could try it. I don't think
yeah.
I've had that one.
Have you had the single barrel?
I've had a single barrel, but they're all different. Last time I tried their stuff, I think it was just Ben Milam. I don't even think it was Milam and Green, so it's been a while.
Would you like a taste too?
I'll just try a little bit of his.
Yeah, a little bit of his, small samples.
So that's the single barrel Milam and Green, and that's awesome. Really smooth, and that's what $51.99.
Yeah. You mind if I try that triple cask?
Yeah, you could try that too.
It's pretty good. It is smooth.
And I think they may be distilling their own. I think they are.
What do you think? You want to get one of them?
I think I might get that single barrel.
The single barrel's really
Yeah.
good. We sell a lot of that. When we taste it, we sell it.
Always good to have something different.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have a single barrel from them.
I can't drink any more of that. It's too early in the morning.
Yeah, it is too early in the morning.
I like the first one better.
The single barrel? Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's something earthy about that triple
That-
cask.
yeah.
It wasn't bad. It's
No,
just, a
definitely
little
much
bit different.
earthier.
Yeah. Does it say that it's distilled by them?
I don't know.
Distilled in Tennessee. So no, this is not their juice. Probably going to be TDG, but it's good. So
Oh, it's $54.99 plus
All right.
tax, $58.84. And you're just visiting us, right?
yeah, just passing through.
You going on a cruise or?
We are actually headed down to Key West to pick barrels of rum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go down there
Where?
to Hemingway. It'll be a Pilar.
Papa
Yeah, it'll
Papa's Pilar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we do a lot with them.
So how's the bourbon scene around here?
It's pretty good. They're a little tight with us. We don't get much.
Really?
I mean, we just got a bunch of PVW and different Pappy Van Winkle.
So you just got your Van Winkle allotment
Yeah.
like right now?
Yeah, just recently.
Really? That's kind of late. Normally those come out like when
Tens.
November.
I got 10s, 12s.
Now when you get something like that, do they go to regular customers? How do you
Well,
handle
they're not
those?
cheap. I mean, what my company is tired of is people coming in and buying it from us and then reselling it at a higher price. So my company puts a higher price on it.
Gotcha.
I can run it, I could tell you. I mean, we don't get much Taylor. Once a year, we'll get a barrel of Blanton's.
Okay.
Big Daddy store pick.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of store picks over there. Heaven's Door
Yeah.
has a store pick.
Now, Big Daddy's is a chain?
That's us, yeah.
Okay. But you have multiple stores around the area?
14
okay.
stores.
Well, you'd think you would get a lot of allocations.
So starting off with the 10 year, 1,000.
Ooh, okay.
12 year, 1,300.
Yeah.
13 year rye, 1,500. 15 year, 1,500. 20 year, 3,000. 23 year, 4,200.
All of those, especially the 10, 12, are quite a bit above secondary. Like the secondary value on those is like, I think $600 or so right now. So that's actually,
Yeah, I think
until you
my
get to like the
boss
15.
overpriced them.
Yeah.
But you know what? We sold all last year's.
I understand. Hard to fault you if you sell them all.
12 year, I brought down $100. Sometimes you get a good customer that wants it.
Yeah.
$12.99.99. I sold it for $1,200, but
Yeah.
I see what they pay for it.
Yeah.
It's just,
So you have those in the store right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
I got Stag, I got Saz 17, I have Hardy.
So you got it all, and they're all secondary price.
I mean, I got Stag, the old junior. It's not.
Yeah.
I grew up.
What do you get for a junior?
100. which is not terrible.
Okay. As a customer, you don't put those out. You just have to kind of come in and ask for them.
Yeah, and then you'd be entitled to a stag because you purchased one of these from
One of the barrel picks.
one of you bought
yeah.
Milan.
I got you.
So I would sell you a stag right
Okay.
now. As otherwise, we have like this special here. It's $35.97. You get $10 off. You pay $25.97. Plus you get a gift card of $10 to Flanagan's Restaurant, which is our corporate company.
Okay.
We have 25 restaurants, 14 liquor stores.
Oh, wow.
So, or a bottle of Tullamore Dew, which was $23 on sale, $19.99. If you were to buy one of these, I'll sell you a Stag, I'll sell you a Taylor Small Batch, an Eagle Rare, stuff that I don't put on the floor because people just come in and take it all off of the shelf. You know, it's called piggy. You know,
Yeah.
just take instead of letting. So I have to put them in the back, and it helps the guys out. I'm the store manager. If you buy something that they make money, we make a little commission.
Sure.
So you buy a Tully, and we sell you a Stag or whatever.
Yeah.
You want a Stag?
I would, yes, for $100, I will take a Stag.
Okay.
Don't call me
Actually-
Junior.
Don't call me Junior, and it's $89.99.
Beautiful. That's why it helps just to talk, just to be cool, just to hang out, just to learn, to be a regular customer, you know, to come in to buy stuff. Like, don't just be looking for allocations, but also talk and find out how they handle them because you never can tell how it's handled. Look at that. Lord, a big old buzzball. Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness, that's huge.
That's trouble.
Bet Will don't have that one.
I don't think he wants that one.
I don't think anybody wants that one.
somebody must, or they wouldn't sell them, right?
All right.
I appreciate it. It's
Well,
nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank
Enjoy.
That Stag Junior is actually going to go in our giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed to the Selection newsletter. Link is in the description. Be in the Discord if you're in the Patreon. All of those are going to get you opportunities to win some of these bottles. We got that OFC. We got this Stag. We're going to seed it with a few other bottles, and we're going to play some games and do some things to try to give bottles of whiskey away. So stay tuned for that. More information coming soon. Actually, by the time this video airs, the first round of that will have already taken place. So it's going to be a live stream format. Make sure you're subscribed and like this video. Join us on a live stream on a Monday. The next live stream is already posted on the channel. Just make sure you hit a reminder on that. We're going to try to do games at least once a month or so and give bottles of whiskey away. And this store is Checkers Discount Liquors. Here we go. Some Michter's, Green River, foolproof right there. There's the Weeder. There are Weeder cash drinks out. Need to make sure I have one of those. You find something?
Bubba's. Pancakes and bacon whiskey.
No.
What?
Absolutely not. Of course, Buffalo Trace at $30 there. Short Barrel getting that distribution in Florida. They had one, Bees Knees 4 over here. But we already grabbed one of those.
There's a bunch of that Bubba's stuff.
There's a bunch of that Bubba stuff.
Yeah, like
He's got several.
marshmallow chocolate whiskey.
Does that sound good to you? Marshmallow chocolate whiskey sound like your thing?
Nope.
It could be.
I mean,
Well, there.
you know.
You don't see those ancient age 10 stars too much out and about.
What's that
I could get them in
Mighty
Alabama, but they're pretty
Green
hard
you
to
bought
get.
earlier.
Yeah, single barrel.
Yeah.
Looks light up there with the light right on it like that. Disco 10 right there. A lot of the rare Bardstown. It's the Goose Island one. There were two of those. One of them I didn't like. One of them was decent. Collaboration series. Founders Silver Oak. This is actually a good bottle right here. I don't know if I want to spend $160 on it, but that is a good bottle. It's been a while since I tried it, but I remember trying it and liking it. Is that a cask strength 13 colony up there? I can never tell, but the label color always fools me. No, 95 proof. The cask strength looked like that. It's just a darker shade of tan.
Must be their pick.
Yes, that is their single barrel 1792 full proof, which we've got a few of those, I think, at the house, at least a couple. Remus Gatsby Reserve, and then the Jack Sinatra, and 27 Gold. A few gems in there, you know, okay selection, but nothing that we haven't seen before. We haven't bought at one of the stores we've already been to here recently. So onward and upward. We are getting mighty close to the Keys now, and our next stop is Best Buy Liquors. They put the Elvis whiskey in the case. All right, 13 Colony, just floor whiskey at this point. That's the problem when they don't fit on a shelf. I'm pretty sure those are just the regular.
There's a blue
Oh,
label.
there's rye.
Right.
Rye. There's a regular 90 proof and the rye. Baker 7 High Rise. Sinatra Jack Daniels. There's a Jack 10 up there. Little James the Vault. A BEP. Barrel Proof Elijah Craig. Private Barrel. There's the 13 Colony down there. $124 for an Old Forester 1924. MSRP of that 1924 is like $115, I think. So that's not a bad price for that at all. But then Blanton's at $189. Secondary on the Van Winkle stuff. Ford Laser. So it would have been $200 on a Stag Junior, but Ford Laser sitting there. I'm wondering if that's the right
says Old
price for
Forester.
that. Yeah. All the Eagle Rare in the world right there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that.
Every bit of Eagle. Is that a, he must have got their own barrel. That must be a private barrel. They got their own Eagle Rare barrel here. You know, decent selection, but you do see a BEP up there. I don't know what barrel proof, I can't read the barrel proof, which batch. They do have a single barrel private barrel. Jack 10s and stuff laying around. Other than that, actually a really good selection for around here. Single barrel 1792. Bonded and stuff back there. Heaven Hill grain to glass back here. All of them are the rye. What'd you find?
The smuggler one. It is
It's
so light.
looking. Yeah.
Southernmost bourbon whiskey. Produced and bottled by Challenge Bottling, Louisville, Kentucky. For the Key West Smuggler Company, Key West, Florida.
Okay.
It's 90 proof.
But they didn't make it. Like, they didn't even produce it. Oh, the McCormick.
No, I've never seen it like this. In the McCormick. Other than that one we got the other day, I haven't seen it.
Selected and bottled by McCormick Distilling Co. That's an interesting way of putting it. I don't know much about this brand, honestly.
Well, isn't this Ben Holiday?
McCormick Distilling, but see, it's not bourbon. This is a blend of 80% grain neutral spirits, 20% straight whiskeys, 24 months old. So this is their low end blended whiskey. I get you to grab that 1924 Old Forester.
It's open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, 125. Not a bad price on that.
Actually doing 110.
110. Awesome.
Even better price, right?
So it's just open. It just looks like it's closed up.
That's the point of it. The thing is, because of Pappy's, people try to grab the bottle,
Yeah.
and last thing I want them to do
Understand.
is break any of that.
Is this your store?
Yeah, it's family business.
Awesome. Well, we have a YouTube channel where we just go bourbon
Yeah?
hunting. So we were just passing through and trying to find the store that has the best bourbon selection.
You'll find them. It's just, man, everything's gonna be secondhand.
Every secondary on everything.
Basically,
Okay.
you might get lucky. You never know.
Well, I mean
That's
that's
all
I
part
think
of
that's 115 MSRP bottle. So why is that one affordable and the rest of the stuff
Because I was
secondary?
able to get a good amount of cases on it.
got you.
On the other stuff, like Pappy's, I only get one bottle a year. The Eagle, I just got a barrel after 2 years of waiting for it.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the way it works, they make us buy a lot of their BS product in order to get that.
Yeah.
I need to get my money back, so.
I
They
understand.
make you do like 80 cases, 100 of Fireball. Can't sell that much. Gotta get our money back one way.
So is the bourbon scene around here pretty good? Or?
Yeah, it is, but like I said, mostly everything's gonna be like secondary.
Yeah.
Mostly. You might get lucky and find maybe an Eagle Rare or Blanton's.
Yeah, but nothing really rare.
Not really. I mean, you never know.
Anything like hidden gems you would suggest people look for? Just go for the good
Yeah,
stuff.
you just have to. No, yeah, you just have to just drive. I go to liquor stores all day.
Yeah.
So I go and I do the same thing. I hunt a lot of bourbon. It's the same way you do. I go to a lot of stores on a daily. Try
Yeah.
to do 3 stores a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to find things, but it's hard.
Your family owns a liquor store and you're still bourbon hunting.
Of course, why not? You have to try to catch. I drink a lot.
Any particular thing you're looking for when you're hunting?
Not necessarily. I mean, I like Blanton straight from the barrel. That's one of
Oh,
my
yeah, that's a
personal
good one.
favorite. If I can get that, I like Eagle Rare a lot too.
Okay.
As
Well, you
we got
stocked
the
up on
barrel,
that one, yeah.
So I've been drinking a lot of Eagle lately. So, and I do bourbon and I do tequila as well.
Okay.
I've been drinking a lot of tequila lately.
I mean, everybody's looking for the Fortaleza stuff,
Yeah, I
right?
have one bottle there, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get. That one's that might be like Pappy's to get, to be honest with you.
What's the best tequila that you can find just on a shelf in most stores?
Tequila Ocho.
Okay.
Tequila Ocho is really good. G4, when you can find it, it's becoming very hard to find, but that one's a good one. It has to be my top 2. And another one that I like, a higher end one, is called Tears of La Llorona. It's about like $280, $300. A 1 liter bottle, and it's extremely good, extra añejo.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it. Now, my favorite one that I've tried is called Tapatio, extra añejo. Impossible to find.
Okay.
I buy it online, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you just have to have it shipped somewhere.
You can find it around $250, $300.
Okay.
And that's secondary.
Awesome. I'll have to keep an eye out for them. I appreciate it.
No,
Yes, sir.
appreciate
Thank
you guys.
you.
Okay, Randy's my name. Whenever
TJ,
you guys,
nice to meet you.
pleasure to meet you. Okay.
Yes, sir. That was a fun store. I've got that 1924 for under MSRP. Definitely wasn't expecting that. We're gonna add that one to our giveaway pile for our game show we're working on, so be on the lookout for that. Pretty good hunt, but it's time to move on to the next store. We are officially in the Keys, and you know you're here when you just see like roosters running around, just wild, random roosters, just having a good time, doing what they do. Apparently, this place is known for wild roosters and six-toed cats. Haven't found any six-toed roosters yet, though. I'm looking. I'll keep an eye out. We are now going to Tradewind Liquors. See, no fancy Buffalo Trace on the window, just Jack Daniels. Old Forester single barrel proof store pick there. $125, 130.6 proof. Got some free over here. Don't see that everywhere. Not in South Florida, we haven't.
No, I hadn't seen it.
Walking Dead, but this one's like it's been sitting in a window. Or is it a different one? It looks the same whole day, as opposed to this one. It's like it just faded out. Well, we have a little YouTube channel where we just go bourbon hunting. So we were driving down to the Keys, thought we'd stop and try to find the best bourbon selection in the best liquor stores. Are you into bourbon?
Some, but mostly Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey. Okay. What's the best Irish whiskey on the market?
The one that I'm getting ready to buy, Tullamore Dew, but the bottle's too damn big. And when you're not down here for a week, I can't drink that much Tullamore.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Tullamore Dew up on the left.
Well, I mean, are you flying back out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's how I can leave it with friends, except there's only me and one other guy that drink it.
I understand that. That is a big old bottle.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they make a smaller bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We make one more on that.
Okay. All right, so we have hunted from Fort Lauderdale all the way down to the Florida Keys now. Really thought we would get a couple of bourbon hunts out of it. Most of the stores, just secondary stores, commodity bottles, secondary pricing, not a lot to show. So we went into a bunch of stores that won't be on camera. And also, the closer we got to Miami, we ran into a problem that's a first-time problem for me, something I hadn't really considered or thought about. We walked into stores and they got very uneasy, very concerned about the camera. And there's some stores that just don't want you to film, but they were okay with you filming the store. But one lady literally got mad at us that we walked in with a camera. And so what I didn't consider is that there are a lot of immigrants working at these stores in the Miami area. And some of them probably a little concerned about the current political climate. So didn't think about that. Was it something we intended on doing? We're definitely not trying to record anybody that doesn't want to be on camera. Got some good bottles. We've got a couple of good bottles that are going to go into our game show where we're going to try to give them away. That 1924, really good price on that bottle. And probably should have bought that Penelope Valencia we left sitting there as well, shouldn't I? Probably should have. But we got the Stag Junior. We also got the 1924 on this hunt. All told, pretty successful hunt. Those are both going to go into our game show giveaway, as I mentioned. Don't forget to join the newsletter down below. Join the Patreon if you're interested in it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on this one for me if you would. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. We'll see you in the next one.